Hello, my name is Dannell MacIlwraith from Kutztown University, and I'll be talking about navigating web accessibility lessons learned from a community of practice. Lesson 1, community of practices are fun. So CRPs are when faculty from different areas and different departments, we came together for 3 months. We were in person, it was not on Zoom, that we would be able to share our experiences, share our time together, and share some discussion points of diversity, equity, and inclusion. So this had short-term and long-term values. And my research that I was looking in deeper to was for a specific class. So you could pick a syllabus, a lesson plan, or a project. I chose a class project for my Intro to Interactive class. I started by with an equity audit of looking at our student population and then looking at the importance of web accessibility. I specifically looked at WCAG's guidelines. We are teaching at Kutztown University. We are in between New York and Philadelphia in a very rural area. We have about 6,000 full-time students and 1,400 in the visual and performing arts. So lesson 2 that I learned is I asked Disability Services to give me some stats. What are the breakdown of disabilities in the visual and performing arts? And lesson 2 was that 16% of visual and performing arts majors are registered with Disability Services. That was a really large number, I thought, that I was not aware of. I also looked at what these disabilities were, and I found that many of them were psychological, meanings, anxiety, depression, learning disabilities. Lesson 3 that I learned is real world problems. This does translate into the real world. The ADA Title III website accessibility lawsuits are on a complete uptick since 2017. A really well-known case is Mr. Rubles, who was a blind man who was trying to order a pizza in multiple instances on the Domino's website and was unsuccessful. This is Domino's had a complete rehaul of their website and their ordering process due to this lawsuit. There's been other case studies, like Virgin Airlines created this wonderful iconography that could be slipped into passports and worn as a pin. And this was to show that not all disabilities are something you can see. There's hidden disabilities, and this discrete identifier would help some passengers and let the staff be aware that these individuals might need extra assistance. The project that I took on is a project I've been doing for years, which is an extreme makeover website edition. And they needed to find an horribly ugly website on the internet, and we were going to redesign it, something with some good bones that we could make beautiful and now add this extra layer of web accessibility. So lesson 4 that I learned is students do not think about accessibility when they design at all. They love putting the entire rainbow, they love everything to overlap, and they love to treat it like a postmodern poster. And I really tried to hone them in a little bit on some perceivability, first layer. So lesson 5 is I learned a large amount of men are colorblind. So 1 in 12, that's 8%. Someone in our COP, a male, was colorblind, and it was great to have this open discussion with him about what he sees in some of his life experiences of being colorblind and how design affects that. Ton of helpful links that I'm happy to share. I have a couple in here. Some of Design Incubation shared some more that I have a running list. In Figma, it is wonderful. They have some plugins that you could use, like this Addy or some color contrast checkers to ensure that you are choosing the best colors for the visually impaired. This one you can eyedropper right from your website or Figma page. Operable areas. So you want to ensure your touch targets are large enough and within reach. 42 pixels squared is the smallest size for CTAs, icons, your Facebook, Instagram logo. Understandable, designing for users with anxiety and dyslexia. Since we do have a very high population of students that are experiencing anxiety, I had an open discussion with the class about this, and we talked about what could give students anxiety or moments of anxiety when looking at websites. Also, dyslexia, there's been research about what fonts work best for dyslexic individuals, non-italic, etc. Lesson learned, number 6, hierarchy is king. It really is super important to have a dramatic hierarchy on your website. This helps with screen readers, it helps with SEO, it helps with accessibility, it helps with individuals with anxiety. It's king. Finally, for this class project, we looked at usability testing with our classmates, parents, roommates. We utilized the SUS form that can be found on usability.gov. It's a 10-question questionnaire that has a rating system that if you have a 68 or above, your website is considered to be accessible and thought out for usability testing. Here's a few before and after. In lesson 7, it's a process, working with students to create fun and creative concepts, but also be web accessible. It's still a process. Thank you.